Happy Halloween.
Hello, Hillwood! I'm Kirsma Gardner.
And I'm Nabia Khan.
And here's what's happening at HMS. If you know a veteran or an active duty service member that you would like to invite to the Veterans Day ceremony on November 11th, see Mrs. Gibson in the counseling office.
Hey, what happened?
What's going on? Help, let us out!
Hold your tongue, children, or I'll have your head. It's time for skull crashing, bone rattling fun.
This isn't
Wrestling
funny. It's
season
cold
is
in
about
here.
to begin. There will be a parent meeting Wednesday
Nabit,
at
let me
5:30 in
out.
the gym. See
Please.
Coach Linehan if you have any
Dude.
questions.
All we did was
Hey, I warned you. Thursday's Red Ribbon Week theme is Be a Hero, Live Drug-Free. Wear a superhero theme. Friday's theme is Lay Off Drugs. Wear Hawaiian shirts. Remember South Keller Intermediate School? The one they destroyed to make way for KCAL? Well, you should attend KCAL's Expo Saturday from 10 to 2. It's open to all students. But watch out for the ghost of South Keller Intermediate that still haunt the halls of KCAL. Now for a weather report.
And now for a weather report. Thunderstorms will roll through the area midweek. Watch out for... No. Watch out for the lightning. Ah! The temperature will plummet midweek. I can feel it. It's so cold all of a sudden. I've got to get out of here. Sean?
Hey guys, it's Sean. I'm just here to remind
Sean?
you guys about community service hours. Whenever you fill
Sean?
out your forms, you can just turn them in at this basket in 505 #Miss Horns room.
Want to spike through the skull? The volleyball district tournament starts Friday. Hey, no! Ah!
Finally! That was horrifying.
my head doesn't feel like it's still on.
The All-Region Choir Concert and Clinic take place Saturday. Congratulations to Hillwood's All-Region singers.
And that's the news. Here's what else is happening at
HMS!
And here's what else is happening at HMS. Hey, who is that?
Close to deadline, and something expensive's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, see a sign that almost stops your heart. You try to buy, but the price goes up before that you can make it. You start to cry, as Crawford looks you right between the eyes. You're paralyzed. 'Cause there's a due date, Halloween night, and no one's gonna save you from the price about to hike. Yeah, it's the due date, Halloween night. You're fighting for your life, 'cause there's a price hike tonight. Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
The roller coaster of emotions, I'd say, of preparing for a game. So you get to the stadium, you're nervous. And then you start to warm up and the butterflies start to go away a little bit. And then you come back to the locker room, you get dressed, you get ready, and the butterflies come back. And then you run out on the field and 80,000 people are screaming. It just gives you the greatest sense of joy and adrenaline. I mean, just the emotion that I get from playing football, it's pretty crazy. I grew up in a coastal town in New Jersey, always loved playing sports, always stayed active, and football it just stuck with me. It's something that I was pretty good at from the start, and I just enjoyed the competition part of it, the team aspect of it. So I knew if I wanted to be successful in the sports world, I couldn't entertain drugs. As a child growing up, I knew I wanted to play in the National Football League. I knew that was my ultimate dream and goal. Was it a long shot for me? Sure. You have to be dedicated, and it's easy to say you want to do something, but that feeling of what you felt when you first said it is going to leave you at some point in time. And when that feeling leaves you, the commitment you need to have and dedication over time is what pays off. A lot of people lose the commitment and drive when they don't feel like doing anything, and that's why, unfortunately, people just don't live up to their dreams and potential.
Alan Clemens will hand it on. And up the middle, Donald Brown bashing his way to the 16-yard line.
There are plenty of times where things have gotten hard along my journey to where I am now, both on and off the field. There were a ton of naysayers. A lot of people didn't think I could do what I did, that didn't want to see me succeed just for the simple fact that they weren't able to achieve their goal. And then people that just flat out stopped believing in you. And there have been plenty of times in high school, college, and pros where at one point in time I thought about quitting. But you have to realize what you're playing for. You know, I'm playing for my family, I'm playing for, kids, I'm playing for everybody back home. What separates the good from the great is just digging down deeper, working that much harder, and really tapping into, your abilities that much more.
Week 17, he's under center from the 12, handoff Donald Brown, skips up the middle.
There are people that are willing to help you. A lot of times you hear coaches taking players under their wing. You just have to be receptive of it and be respectful and loving to them in return. When somebody offered me drugs, I would say no. And then it got to the point where people wouldn't ask me anymore just because I said no so much, and they knew what I stood for. The more you start to say no and the more people start to respect you, it gets easier. But it's definitely not easy at first. People may say things to you like, oh, it's all right, and everybody's doing it, things like that. But at the end of the day, when you stick to your guns and realize, you know what, this is what I believe in, I don't want to do it, then it gets easier as you go. You find other people that have the same common interests and beliefs that you have. Trust me, they're out there. Just literally put your blinders on to everybody else. You'll be all right. When you see friends going down the wrong path, it kills you because you saw what they were like before they were introduced to drugs or introduced to whatever it was that made them change. And you knew, the loving person that they were. And then whenever when that change occurred, you just didn't want to be around them anymore. And it's sad to see guys, dreams slip away because of drugs. To someone who has yet to discover their natural highs, to keep looking. We all have been given talents. For me, I literally had to play every sport. Some sports I stunk at, and there were some that I excelled at. It was tough, but it happens. Even in my current state in playing in the National Football League, there's plenty of failures that come along the way, but you learn from the failures. So it takes time and dedication to find, what your true purpose is. There's always something more to learn. Education is important to me because you only get better when you learn something. Right now I'm getting my master's, so at the end when I'm all done, I'm like, man, I didn't think I could do it before, but I did it, and you know what, that's a natural high. You accomplished something. So when I start to have success or start to get better, see improvement, that makes me feel better inside, and you feel a sense of achievement. The first time I stepped onto a football field in the National Football League, it almost brought tears to my eyes. As a child, you dream about these things, and to see your dreams become a reality, it was pretty surreal. So when I was a kid, I always heard about if you want to study and you want to do well on a test, you record yourself going over your studying materials. And then right before you go to sleep, you hit play, and the recorder plays back as you're sleeping, and you're supposed to be, I guess, taking this in through some kind of osmosis. But my mindset was, well, if I want to do well in football, I'll turn on the NFL Network when I go to sleep, and I'll always be listening to NFL Network, football plays, football here and football there as I'm sleeping, and I always thought that would help me in my pursuit to becoming a professional athlete. At the end of the day, I was still a skinny 12-year-old kid, just, hoping and praying to make it to the NFL, and, as long as you stay the course and stay focused, anything's possible. I'm Donald Brown from Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey, and football is my natural high. What's yours?